This is Vargas, and I am back again with not a pickup video, but this time with a movie review. It's been a good while since I've done the quarantine movie reviews, and it's kind of late, so if I stutter or I lose my train of thought, I apologize, but uh, lately I just have to wait until the kids and the wife fall asleep so I can record one of these. But we saw me and the wife, and the kids were also there, but they weren't paying much attention. Before we start, I need a little refreshment, or just something to relax. And the beer for tonight will be Amstel Bière Ultra European Quality Beer. This is a beer that my wife enjoys because it's light. It doesn't. It's not too. It only has 4% of alcohol and 2.4 carbs, 85 calories, and it's okay. It's not the. It's not the best beer. I still like Heineken better. Not much into like artistic brewery or stuff like that. But cheers. Yeah, it's a nice light beer. It doesn't taste. Doesn't have an afterkick. It's pretty good, but it is what it is. So me and the wife, and again the kids were there, but they weren't paying attention. But so just me and the wife were watching on Netflix Enola Holmes, starring 11 from Stranger Things, Henry Cavill, who played Sherlock Holmes, and the some other actor that was, I think, in the Hunger Games. I think I was telling my wife, and he played Mycroft. So the story of this, it's kind of like an alternate story, because if you're familiar with Sherlock Holmes, his only real family is Mycroft, his brother who works for the government, and Sherlock Holmes is this independent investigator. But in this one, they kind of expand on that, and they introduce this character who I think is also the start of a book series called Enola Holmes, which is Alone backwards, and it's a whole thing that's talked about in the movie. And she's the sister of Mycroft and Sherlock. So the main head Holmes father figure dies, and then Mycroft, works for the government, and Sherlock Holmes moves out and does his thing. So they only leave the mother and a small sister. And the mother's the kooky one, the one that has all these revolutionary ideas that are not proper for the time period where Sherlock Holmes takes place. Excuse me. And she raises the smallest Holmes, Enola, to be like free spirited, and she learns how to fight. She learns about chemistry. She learns everything that Sherlock knows, and eventually the mother disappears, and Mycroft and Sherlock come back to the house, and they have to put things in order. And Sherlock wants to find the mother, and so does the daughter. And the mystery takes place that way. It's Enola trying to find the mom, and intercircle between that is this lord who has gone missing, who bumps up with Enola, and it does its own thing. So it's very weird, and it's told in a point of view like Enola's breaking the fourth wall and talking to people, and it's kind of weird because in some instances the characters are like kind of reacting to her talking to someone else. There's this point when she's with the missing lord, and she's talking to the audience, and the guy's like looking at her funny, like she's talking to herself. So I thought that was kind of funny. And Bobby Millie Brown, I think her name is, the girl from Stranger Things 11. She does a very good job. She's very charismatic and very likable in the role. And me and the wife really got invested in what was going on with her, and it has some really good cinematography, some really big landscape shots, which I liked. The editing's kind of weird. One moment. So, the editing is okay in some parts, and in other parts it's kind of weird. But all in all, not a deal breaker. It's still pretty well done. Um, I found it very funny, and I told this wife this that the actor that plays Mycroft is younger than Henry Cavill, the guy that plays Sherlock Holmes, and I just found that very funny that they were playing off each other. Like he's older, and Henry Cavill clearly looks older, so that was kind of distracting. And but the guy that plays Mycroft plays a bitter curmudgeon pretty well. He he's a very strict guy, and he wants everything to be done properly. And Enola's this free spirit that probably, I don't know if that kind of thing would have existed in that time period, but it's done here because it's the current thing. But it's not in your face like Captain Marvel did that a lot in your face. I felt, but in this one, it's still like you can craft your own destiny, and it's okay for the type of story it is. And so it doesn't feel like it's like just throwing it down your throat. I thought it was pretty well done. Um, Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes was interesting. There's been a lot of actors that play Sherlock Holmes to and add their own kind of thing to it, and he doesn't do a lot of actual detecting. He does figure out stuff, but I don't know. I thought it was a better cast in The Witcher than he was in this, but he still does pretty well in what's given to him. So the story is mainly just Enola Holmes trying to find her mother, interacts with this lord, and then there's the bigger plot with that. I don't want to give too many details in case you want to see it. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a good movie. It's not the best Sherlock Holmes movie, and it's not focused on Sherlock Holmes. It's just like side starring Sherlock Holmes. It focuses entirely on Enola Holmes, and it does. Again, I don't know how long the book's. I know it's based on a book that features a character, and I don't know if that's like been a franchise kind of thing. If it has more than one book, but it does seem like this might be a setup for a movie series starring her. If this does very well, I could totally see them doing more stuff with it. It also stars Helena Bonham Carter as the Holmes mother, and she does pretty good. She's not in the movie that much, but still she does a well job. Um, so if you like period pieces, like in the Victorian era, or you want to see a different spin on Sherlock Holmes, I would totally recommend watching it. Again, it has good cinematography. It has some special effects that are kind of questionable. There's this scene where this whole explosion takes place and it looks fake. Because, of course, they weren't going to put 11 through that kind of thing. And it does seem like 11 did get her hands in a lot of her own stunts. Like, there's this scene where this bad guy is drowning her, or trying to drown her, and it looks like it's actually her doing having her head put in the bucket. So, like, props to her for doing her own stunts. Not a lot of people would do that. But she's really good in this one. She's really good in this one. Like she was in Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I liked her in that, and as 11 in Stranger Things. So, if you have 2 hours to kill and you want to watch and you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes or like the Victorian period, I would definitely recommend it. It's lighthearted. It's not like a super serious movie. And it's got good performance. And it's, again, good cinematography. There's these really, really cool shots that show in the movie. So I would recommend it. definitely give it a watch. I would give it, I would give it 8 out of 10 magnifying glasses. It was a good watch. It was a fun watch. Didn't feel like it dragged. So give it a chance. I'd recommend. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this review. Promising I'll try to do some more to diversify the content on the channel. Also, my kid wants to record videos, so you'll probably see her more. And I want to do some other stuff with them since we can't actually go out and do the out and about videos, unfortunately. But stay tuned for that. Till then, thanks so much for watching. Take care, keep safe, and I'll see you later, guys.